What do feminine women look like? You know, how do they come, right? First and foremost, feminine women are non-confrontational. Um, they're not gonna sit and argue with you. Now, that's not to say that a woman can't become more masculine, or in elements be masculine and shit. But by and large, people operate. They either operate in a feminine or a masculine the majority of the time. So women, when I say feminine women, I mean they operate in this energy the majority of the time. You see what I'm saying? Because we all, as masculine men, get on some feminine shit sometimes. You see what I'm saying? Nobody just 100% masculine, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? All the time. So typically, if a woman is feminine, she's not going to be up for debates and confrontation like that, because confrontation is scary, and confrontation ultimately could end in violence, and that's something that a place that women aren't really willing to take it. You see what I'm saying? Or confrontation represents struggle and headaches and shit like that, again, which could lead to violence. So if you have a woman who's combative and argumentative, or like to debate everything, or like to go back and forth with you and shit all the time, that's masculine. Feminine women don't do that. And again, this confrontation can lead to other type of shit. So feminine women, they're not gonna be confrontational. My daughter's mom, very, 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 very like ultra feminine, like to the point where it's almost like annoying, right? She is not gonna argue with you. She not gonna go back. We never even had a problem, like no beef or nothing. Like, I mean, we had beef, but it wasn't like it wasn't like arguing or going back and forth. But we had beef before, but it ain't no going back and forth or none of that shit. Like, she the type of person that's like, she was like, all right, okay, and that's it. And then don't respond to you, nothing. You text her, she'll be like, oh. She don't like confrontation. Any moment of confrontation, like if you get like overly aggressive or shit like that, she'll start crying. Like a feminine woman, when it's like danger, or a person is being overly aggressive, or it look like they're gonna have to fight another girl, or shit get too sticky and too confrontational, they'll start crying. You see what I'm saying? Because they scared of that. You see what I'm saying? My daughter's mom like that. If you yell or raise your voice at her, she'll start crying. She that non-confrontational. So again, feminine women are not gonna be the combative ones, the debating ones. Why this? Why that? Going back and forth with you and shit like that, and trying to debate your opinions and this and this and that. They're not gonna do it, because they're not like that, right? Now, I'm not saying that they won't stand up for themselves, or they won't have a difference of opinion, or even exchange, good dialogue. But once it starts to become confrontational, they out. You see what I'm saying? You can have a good dialogue and even a difference of opinions and disagree and, chop it up with a feminine woman, and they'll be glad to do it. But the confrontational shit, the combative shit, they're not gonna do. Right? Now, another thing is based on the way that they dress. Feminine women dress feminine. They wear dresses. They wear, they wear their hair a certain type of way. They wear lipstick. They get girly. I'm not saying masculine women don't do this either, but you don't typically see feminine women in sneakers and jeans. Again, I got a chick, the same girl. She probably got, I think she told me she don't like one pair of tennis shoes, one pair of sneakers. Same girl I was just talking about. They don't wear sneakers and shit like that. Sneakers is a masculine thing. You see what I'm saying? If a woman is dressing masculine, she's masculine. You see what I'm saying? Just like feminine women, masculine women don't wear feminine type of shit. I'm not saying, now there's a difference between feminine and dressing like a skimpy short shorts and, revealing shit. That's different, but you'll know it when you see it. You see what I'm saying? Now, another thing, feminine women are coachable, right? When you give a feminine woman some game, or, when there's a room for improvement in a feminine woman's life, she's open to receiving that, because she's not ego driven. She's not ego based. It's not about I want to seem like I know everything. I want to seem like I got it figured out. That's masculine shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to seem like the head honcho. You see what I'm saying? I was talking to a girl like that recently. These clearly as it holds all in, and I don't talk to her no more because of this. Holds all in her game. You see what I'm saying? And I would be trying to give her little jewels and shit. And I do that again to test women to see what they at. Evaluate them and test them to see where they at. I give her little jewels and give her a little game and shit and see how receptive she is to it, especially when it's clear holes in her shit to where she can apply this little bit of shit and take her business a step further or sort out this and sort out that. When I would do this with this chick, it would be like some almost like a pulling teeth type of thing. Oh, I know this, and I'm gonna just do it this way. It would be shit like that. It wasn't confrontational, but I could just see right there that this chick is masculine as fuck. You see what I'm saying? And she's not open to good game. She's not open to receiving good game. Feminine women will take your advice. They'll take your shit if they trust, especially if they trust you, right? Because they're more open to receive. You see what I'm saying? And even if they don't agree with it, they're not gonna debate you on it. Let's say you try to give a feminine woman some game and she don't want to take it or she don't agree with it. She's not gonna debate you on it. She's not gonna get into conflict about you because they don't like conflict and they don't like to be non-confrontational and they don't like to offend. You see what I'm saying? Another thing too, you'll notice women who really feminine, they don't like to offend people because offending people equals conflict and confrontation, which can end in violence. You see what I'm saying? So, if she coachable, you can give her some game and she take it and she appreciate it, she apply it and shit. I test things like that. I test the water like that in the beginning because again, most chicks don't have it together. And as a masculine person, a masculine man with my shit together, just a leader's type of mentality, a player's type of mentality, I could look for the holes in people's shit and fill those holes easily. Right? I'm not saying I'm just the most well put together man. I'm not saying that, but I'm established enough to know, and I have enough game and enough wisdom to know how to provide value to people in different ways. You see what I'm saying? And again, with this chick, it was just like, I would give her a little shit, little bone and shit. She had a social media business she trying to grow, and shit. I got 1.3 million followers. I know I can go viral whenever the fuck I want to, right? That's another story for another day. I know you'd be like, well, why don't you go viral all the time? Because people think they want to go viral. Virality is not good because you get attacked a lot. It leaves you open for attack because it ain't just the people who fuck with you seeing your work. It's a million people that don't agree with you, and to deal with that every single day is a headache. This is why I only put out a post like that like once a month so I can get traction. Every other thing is about the game. But anyway, I know how to work social media at this point now. TikTok 1.2 million. I've grown my Instagrams, both of them. Shout out to my producer on one of them because he controlled the other one. But 2 Instagrams tremendously. You see what I'm saying? With a certain strategy. So I know how to twerk social media and I know how to monetize it without selling ads and having to sell ad space and promote people's products and shit like that. And now, when I was talking to this chick, it wasn't like I'm gonna come in here and just save her whole business and take her shit to the next level. But I would, see little holes in her shit and be like, hey, try doing it this way. You see what I'm saying? And she don't even know what I do though. At this point, when I'm telling her, she ended up finding out. But when I was telling her, she didn't know what I do. She don't know who I am. And so I'm like, why don't you? Oh, nah, I got it. And this and this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? She ain't no good fit for me. You see what I'm saying? Just masculine, little shit like that. But look for the women who coachable. Feminine women are very coachable. Feminine women are very cooperative and union team based because they have to be. Masculine is I'll do it by myself. I got this shit. Let's get it. The feminine women, they fare better. They know, based on the qualities that they have, they fare better in a team. And they like serving other people with, being nurturing and caring and compassionate and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? So when you deal with a woman and she's feminine, she's going to be more cooperative. She's going to be more collaborative. She's going to be thinking about both of y'all. You see what I'm saying? And not just I. What can I do? What can you do for me? What can you do for me? They're gonna be thinking about y'all and what she can do to help and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Collaborative, union-based, cooperative, making things easy for you. Masculine women don't do that. You see what I'm saying? Another thing is compassionate. Feminine women are very compassionate. You see them doing stuff like, I used to talk to this chick, and you know, she was a very, very compassionate person, like to the point to where she used to go and like volunteer her time to feed kids and shit, and feed homeless people and shit. You see what I'm saying? Another chick I talked to, another chick I was talking to, like cares about animals and, you know, all of this old weird shit. I'm not gonna say weird, well, weird to me, you know what I'm saying? But like, feminine women care about things. This is why you see a lot of the times women be caring about like Black Lives Matter and, you know, Black Lives Matter and all of this shit. It's just being compassionate to the suffering of other people. You know, whether you agree with the Black Lives Matter shit or not, that's not the point. It's this. I'm saying why you see women doing this versus you don't see a lot of men. Shit, even black men, you don't even see them. Like when you see all them Black Lives Matter rallies and shit like that, there don't be no black men there, because black men deal with that another type of way. You see what I'm saying? You don't see black men with Black Lives Matter in their profiles and shit. You don't see white men with that shit. You see women, because women are more compassionate to suffering and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? So if you see a woman caring about things, and even though, because a lot of the times, and this is where a lot of y'all slip up in y'all game. Y'all bring the politics into the game, right? You would call a lot of chicks like that social justice warriors and shit like that. Now, I'm not talking about feminists, fuck them, but you know, you may be out with a chick and she may care about what's going on in Ukraine, or she may care about, you know, black people getting killed by the police and shit. And so you on this red pill, right wing conservative shit, and you just like that turn you off from her. It's not that she's something wrong with her. She just cares about the suffering of what she sees as the suffering of other people, regardless of how you may see the Ukraine situation, Russia invade them, a necessary evil, which it is. Regardless of how you see that, you shun her off, or you get into debate mode on a date and turning her off because you don't, you know, you think that because she got a Ukraine flag on her shit that she's somehow stupid or she a social justice warrior. It's not that. It's just that feminine, a lot of the times women are more compassionate. You see what I'm saying? That's some game. Take the politics and all that shit out of the game, bro. And once she get on your train, once you get her on your train, she'll slowly start to adapt to your ideas and ideology. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of the times, women just have to go based on what they see. They open to receiving things, and they're more compassionate. So if they seeing, you know, kids crying and hungry and shit because they displaced, it touches them. We don't care about I'm not gonna say we don't care about it, but it is what it is. You ask me about, how you feel about that? It is what it is. That's the cost of doing business. That's the price of tea in China. That's how the game go. You see what I'm saying? But women are a lot more sensitive to stuff like that, a lot more compassionate, especially when it comes to suffering, human suffering. So don't let your red pill ideology or your conservative views or your right-wing views or whatever get in the way of your fucking game. Political ideologies. You see what I'm saying? Which is crazy to me. Don't let that get in the way of your game. A lot of these chicks are good chicks, but you think that they social justice warriors because the shit you listen to they do nuts and this and this and this and that. No, it's just, again, I say it again for the 10th time because I'm trying to beat it through your head. Women are more compassionate to human suffering. That's it. But anyway, moving on. Sensual, right? Sensual. Feminine women are more sensual and touchy-feely. When you kiss them, you can feel them melt. You like to feel you and just like move and flowing like water and shit. The masculine chicks, I hate fucking masculine chicks because they even sound masculine. They even sound like when they moan, it's just like you fucking a dude. I know I ain't the only one. I know I ain't the only one. You see what I'm saying? I like that feminine, soft, sensual, masculine chicks. When you kiss them, it's like it's all rough and it's just like they don't even kiss like sensual or nothing. They only feel when they grab you, they're scratching you and all type of shit. I take fuck all that shit. Give me that sensual loving. That's the type of shit that get me. You see what I'm saying? You when you touch them and you hug them, it's like they melt and just, you see what I'm saying? It's like water. It's crazy. If you haven't experienced that, step your game up. Join the Players Club. I can teach you how to, you know what I'm saying? At the playersclub.vip. Kind. Feminine women are kind and gentle. Again, when you are not kind and when you are offensive and shit, that comes with a lot of confrontation and conflict. You see what I'm saying? When you rough and shit like that, it comes with a lot of conflict, comes with a lot of danger that feminine women are not equipped to handle. You see what I'm saying? And another thing too, feminine women are typically under an umbrella. They typically aren't renegading, and renegading is a term from the streets in the pimp game. Prostitutes who not under a pimp, who not under a P, and they just out here loose doing their own thing by themselves. They call them renegades, and I'm just using the term in this context. Feminine women are typically under an umbrella. They either, a brother or dad, a group, an organization, something. They not out here alone. You see what I'm saying? So when you come in, they family, they may live with their family, they live with their mom, or they live with their dad. They're not just out here alone in the world or in the wilderness. You see what I'm saying? They're not out here renegading. Yeah. So when you come up on a feminine woman, you pretty gonna have to pull her from up under her nest and bring her into yours, if that makes sense.